Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm passionate about English. As you can see, for today's mini lesson for you, I'm doing a headstand. I used to teach yoga, or I could say I used to be a yoga teacher. When we say I used to, it means we did something regularly in the past, but we don't do it anymore. So I used to be a yoga teacher, but I don't teach yoga now. It could also be, for example, something you did. Well, I'll give you an example. I used to do yoga every day, but now I just do yoga once a week. It's also used as something that was true in the past, but not now. So, as I said, I used to be a yoga teacher. Or the flat that I'm living in used to be part of a house. Okay. Now then, I haven't done a headstand for quite a long time, so I don't know if I can hold it for the whole lesson, but we'll try. Now, usually, one more thing I wanted to say. In English we say do yoga, or do karate, or do tai chi, do qigong, do pilates, not play. We use play for play tennis, play football, play chess, play badminton, etc. Okay, so usually I pick an idiom out of the pot and I explain it and give an example off the top of my head. So there's your first idiom today, and I'm going to give you lots of idioms with head in them. So off the top of my head means I haven't thought about it before. I have to come up with an explanation, an example, without planning, without thinking before. Okay, so let's give you some more idioms with head in them. Okay, one very common one is to fall head over heels in love. So you can say, I met a girl recently and I fell head over heels. Or I fell head over heels in love with her. It means completely in love. Okay, but let's say I've been going out with her for some time and we start having arguments and things come to a head. It means they reach a crisis or a difficult time. Okay, let's say I had an argument with my girlfriend and I really get angry and I lost my head. It means I lost control a little bit. And then maybe I go and speak to my friend and he gives me some advice. He says, go and apologize, say you're sorry, but don't lose your head. Don't lose control. I'm coming down. Okay, I had to come down. I really haven't done a headstand for quite a long time, so it's not as easy as I was hoping. Okay, so another few idioms with head in it. If you do something and you find it very, very difficult or extremely difficult, you can say, I couldn't make head or tails of it, or I couldn't make head nor tails of it, or of the exam, or of the book, or of Mark's lesson. If you are a real beginner in English, you will probably find it very difficult, if not impossible, to understand my lessons, especially when I'm doing a headstand. So you could say, I just can't understand Mark's lessons. I can't make head or tails of them. Okay, if something is really similar, it's, let's say a beginner again watches my lesson, much too difficult for them. they could say, except they wouldn't say because they're English, they're a beginner, but you know what I mean? They could say, it went over my head. It means it was beyond their understanding, beyond their ability. They just couldn't understand. Okay, and one more. Let's say you are doing something. Let's say I'm learning the bass guitar, which I am, and I just don't feel I make any progress. I can say, it feels like I'm banging my head against a brick wall. Or you could say, if it's true about learning English, you feel you're not getting anywhere, it's just too difficult. I feel like I'm banging my head against a brick wall. Okay, so no phrasal verbs or collocations today, but several idioms with head in them. I've prepared a couple of jokes, just see if I can stay up long enough to tell you them. First one is, an old man sits next to a little old lady on a park bench. She says to him, "Are you a stranger here?" He says, "Not really, I used to live here a long time ago." She says, "Oh, where have you been?" He says, "Well, actually, I was in prison for murdering my wife." "Oh, really?" she says. "So you're single?" Okay, so the joke here is she doesn't really care, or doesn't even hear that he's murdered his wife. She's most interested in the fact that he's single. Okay, second joke. A mushroom walks into a bar and starts trying to chat up a young lady. After giving her several pickup lines, she says, "Will you stop it? I'm not interested in you." And he replies, "Why? What's the matter? I'm a fun guy." Okay, fun guy is part of the family that mushrooms belong to. So, but also it's a fun guy, fun person. Okay, that's your lesson for today, and thank you very much. I'm coming down. Bye.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that unusual style of teaching English in a headstand. Of course, I did the headstand and the head idioms to go together, so hopefully it will help you remember idioms with head in it and even make you smile. There are quite a few other idioms with head in the idiom, and there are also many words with head, head teacher, etc. There is one idiom I forgot which is quite useful. I meant to tell you. If something's gone to your head, it has two different meanings. So, for example, let's say I go out and I have a glass of wine and I haven't eaten for a long time. I say, "Ooh, that wine's gone to my head." It means even though I had just a small amount, I feel quite tipsy or even a little drunk. So, yes, it's when you've had a drink and it makes you feel a bit tipsy. The other meaning we often use with success. If we say success has gone to his head, it means he's become a bit proud, a bit big-headed, a bit conceited, so not very nice. So if my website becomes successful, I hope it doesn't go to my head. Okay, and one other little thing I meant to say when I was in my headstand was a very popular textbook used in language schools is called Headway. And if you've used it, I guess perhaps you've never thought about what headway means, but to make headway means to make progress. So I hope you're making headway with your English. Okay, so today's bass riff, must remember to turn the volume up, and this is quite a distinctive bass line. I'm going to start that again. So this is a quite distinctive bass line. I'm going to start that again. So here is your quite distinctive bass line. Okay, I was probably playing that a bit faster than the speed on the original record, but it's a catchy bass riff from a catchy song. Quite an old song again. You might need some help from someone older if you're young. But I'll give you a clue. He was a very influential reggae artist. Okay, so you need the name of the artist and the song to be in with a chance to win the first 3-month course for free. I'm just to tell you one last thing. I'm not wearing a wig or anything today, but of course I did a headstand, but I am kind of running out of interesting ideas. I think I can do enough things for the rest of June, but in July I'm planning to film the lessons on location. So perhaps I'll make one of the videos in a tree, or who knows, maybe in a toilet. But just to make, or down at the beach, or yeah, we'll see. I'll try and come up with some interesting places to film your mini lessons, just to make it a little bit more different, to encourage you to share and like and comment. All right, thanks very much, and see you in the next mini lesson. Okay, bye for now.